Hey everybody, Simistic this year again to talk to you about what I bought and what I watched today. And today, headed out to my local Goodwill and Target, got myself some great titles, so let's take a look at what I got. The first place I hit up today was my local Goodwill, and the first title I picked up was the Beavis and Butt-Head Experience CD. Now, is this technically a soundtrack? No, not really, but it is Beavis and Butt-Head, and it is a fantastic CD. This offers Nirvana, Anthrax, Megadeth, Run DMC, Aerosmith, White Zombie, Primus, Sir Mix-a-Lot, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Jackal, and even Cher with Beavis and Butt-Head. This is just a brilliant, brilliant compilation. And before each song, and even after each song, it has Beavis and Butt-Head doing little introductions and doing little skits. So even though it's not technically a soundtrack, it is still Beavis and Butt-Head, and I figured it counts, and I'm definitely going to put this one in my soundtrack collection. The downfalls of this, though, would be the Beavis and Butt-Head skits before and after songs. And the reason why I say it's a downfall is because what I really hate is when a soundtrack or any sort of CD at all has skits, and instead of making them their own tracks, they make them part of a track. So let's say I want to listen to Nirvana. Well, I listen to the Beavis and Butt-Head skit that they do before the song, then I listen to the actual song, and then they do a little outro too. I wish they wouldn't have done that. I wish the little skit beforehand would have been its own track, and then track 2 would have been Nirvana, and then the little other skit they do after and before the next song would have been its own track, and so on and so forth. Then I could just skip through all the BS that Beavis and Butt-Head does and just listen to the great songs on here. So that's the main downfall. The other downfall would be the Run DMC song. Unfortunately, this is from around the time period of Run DMC's gangster years, and it's really, really... although I hate the song, it's a really, really, really bad song. It's actually kind of amusing to listen to, though, because if you're like me and you like Run DMC, you're going to love all their classic old-school hits, and... you know, being somebody who's a big fan of those hits, listening to them be all gangster is pretty hilarious. So it's a horrible song, but at the same time it makes me like just crack up laughing. So this is a great, great CD. And if you're into just all this great music from this, I guess, early 90s, it's definitely worth picking up and checking out. You're absolutely going to love this. Again, a fantastic compilation. And although it's not technically a CD soundtrack, it's still going to my collection. Then for $1.97, I picked up the Jeff Corwin Experience, Out on a Limb, Monkeys, Orangutans, and More. I love Jeff Corwin. I remember when this guy came on the scene, I was a huge fan. I was already a really big fan of Steve Irwin, still am. I definitely miss that guy. I was a huge, huge Steve Irwin fan. And I remember when Jeff Corwin came out, my friends and I started talking about him and said, oh, this guy's going to give Steve Irwin a run for his money. He's funny, he has, a very similar feel to Steve Irwin, and we were just in love with this guy. We thought he was great. We watched his show all the time, and I was a huge, huge fan. I do have the first season of the Jeff Corwin's Experience on DVD, and I'm pretty sure this special or this episode is not on there. At least I really hope that's the case, but very, very happy to get this for $1.97 to add some more Jeff Corwin Experience to my collection. And then I saved the best Goodwill purchase for last, and that was the Blue Planet Seas of Life Collector Set. This is the entire series on DVD. Got this for only $4.97, so under $5 for the entire Blue Planet series on DVD. Each of these discs look brand new, no smudges, no fingerprints, no scratches. I'm not sure this has ever been watched. So getting this for right around $5 was an amazing, amazing deal. I'm very happy to have this. I've not seen a single episode of this, so I am definitely looking forward to sitting down and checking this out. And like I said, I also stopped at my local Target today where I picked up one title, and that was The Tigger Movie. This year being the Bounce-orific Special Edition Blu-ray DVD Combo Pack. There's a coupon for this out right now if you're a Disney Movie Rewards member. I recommend heading over there and printing out a coupon. So I definitely had to pick this up. Already have it on DVD, and I'll probably be keeping my DVD just for collecting purposes. But I definitely wanted to get it on Blu-ray as well because it's a fantastic film. So that's it for what I bought today, so now on to what I watched. And today's first Halloween Horathon title was Boo Busters. And this is a great little VHS tape. Comes with one episode of Goo Troop and another episode of Chippendales Rescue Rangers, two shows I'm a huge, huge fan of. Now, I was thinking about something. Last time I reviewed one of these VHS releases, another kind of Halloween sort of release, I was kind of complaining about how the episodes really weren't Halloween related. But the more I think about that, that's not necessarily a bad thing because these don't say they're Halloween titles. This one and the other one I watched do not say that they're Halloween related. It's not like it says Disney's Halloween or Goof Troop Halloween or anything like that. This one's called Boo Busters. It's about kind of haunted sort of things and scary kind of related episodes, but not actually Halloween related episodes. So I guess I was kind of wrong in complaining, so I'm definitely not going to complain about this on this one. However, the first episode, which is a Goof Troop episode, is a Halloween related episode, so that is great. The Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers episode is not, but it does take place in the Tower of London, where it's supposedly haunted, and there's a little ghost mouse running around, or a little ghost, I guess it's a ghost mouse, because I believe he's an ancestor of Monterey Jack, so I believe he is a ghost mouse. But, you know, still not necessarily Halloween related, but definitely a ghost sort of story. So again, I can't complain. But this is a great, great watch for the Halloween season. I love Goof Troop, I love Chip and Dale's Rescue Rangers, and I love watching this. And the second Halloween horrorthon title I checked out today was Innocent Blood. And it's about time that I finally checked this movie out. It's one I've been wanting to see for a good long while now, so I decided to sit down tonight and check out my Laserdisc copy of the film. And it was great. I really did enjoy it. I love the idea of taking a modern-day gangster movie and mixing it with a vampire movie. It's something different, it's interesting, it's like I'm watching two movies in one. It was a really good idea. Although in the end, I would call the movie mediocre. I didn't think it was anything fantastic. It certainly was enjoyable, and a movie I would definitely recommend, though nothing all that special, just a good watch. Maybe I had my expectations set a little bit too high, because as it says on the front here from the director of American Werewolf in London, and I do hear people constantly comparing this movie to that film. It is a John Landis movie. And I do hear people just constantly comparing this movie to American Werewolf in London. So I kind of went into this movie expecting more of the same. And I love American Werewolf in London. I think it is a fantastic movie. I love the comedy. I love the horror. It's just a great, great movie. And again, I was expecting more of that with this. And I didn't really get that. It is a different movie. It has a very different feel as well. I mean, it is sort of a horror element with some comedy mixed in, but not a ton of comedy. Again, it's more of a gangster film with like a mobster gangster film with horror elements. And it does work. It's just not American Werewolf in London. It's a completely different feeling for a film. But that's not necessarily a bad thing, because it was a great, great watch. Gotta give credit to John Landis, though. Starting the movie off with full frontal nudity. I did not see that coming. I can't think of a single movie, I mean, maybe I have. I can't think of a single movie I've ever seen where within the first 30 seconds we have full frontal nudity. I was not expecting that, and I don't mean this in sort of a pervert way where I'm like, yeah, alright, full frontal nudity. No, I was taken back. I couldn't believe that 30 seconds into the film we have full frontal nudity. It was just really unexpected. And I just did not see that coming at all. First time I've ever seen something like that so early on in a film. Very, very strange. So if you're going to watch this movie, expect that within the first 30 seconds. But it is definitely one to check out. It was a great, great watch. Like I said, a great kind of mobster gangster movie meets vampire movie. And it just really, really works really well. I love how the vampire chick, she's going around trying to... And I'm not going to start this review over again, sorry, very loud, and a noxious truck just passed by. So we have our main vampire woman. She's, going around, obviously, eating as she needs to do and feeding on people, but she ends up turning this one main, the main boss of the mob, she ends up turning him into a vampire by accident. She goes to feed on him, but doesn't quite finish draining him of his blood and killing him, and he ends up turning into a vampire. Now she has to stop him. And the mobster gets the idea, I'm going to go around and turn all my other members into vampires as well, and we'll be an unstoppable mob. And I think that's a really good idea that, he gets this idea in his head of just going, I'm unstoppable, why not turn my whole crew unstoppable as well, and we could just rule this whole planet. And I think that is a brilliant, brilliant idea. That was just really cool, but now, of course, she doesn't want that. She, when she feeds, she makes it a point to kill her victims, because she doesn't want them turning into vampires as well, so she tries to kill them all off, but obviously she fails in killing this mobster by accident because she's caught in the act of feeding. So I think it's just a really, really cool idea. It's very interesting, and this is definitely a movie I'd recommend checking out. Again, don't really be expecting American Werewolf in London. Don't be expecting a hardcore horror movie. Expect to have something that's a little bit more fun, a little bit more light, and again, it's sort of a gangster movie meets a vampire movie, but like I said, it does really, really work, and I would definitely check this one out. So that's it for what I bought and what I watched today. Definitely excited about all the titles I got today from my local Goodwill. Got some fantastic deals there. Very happy to have all those titles now in my collection. Also picking up the Tigger movie from my local Target. That is great as well. Love that film. Very happy to have it on Blu-ray. Also watching Boo Busters. If you like Goof Troop, if you like Chip 'n Dale's Rescue Rangers, it's definitely one to pick up and check out. You'll absolutely love it. And finally watching Innocent Blood. I enjoyed it. Thought it was a really good movie. I did perhaps put my expectations, I set my expectations a little bit too high on the movie. I thought it was going to be a little better than it was, but that's certainly not to say it's a bad film. It was good, and I would definitely recommend checking it out. So that's it. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned to see what I bought when I watch tomorrow. See ya.